I'm the type of person who likes to challenge themselves. Every time I play a new game, I always pick the hardest difficulty. Every time I replay a game, I do impossible challenge runs, like every AI is Empress of Light, and Terraria but with no invincibility frames. Every time I go out to eat, I pour an entire shaker of salt onto my food, even if it's soup, just so I could stare at the person sitting across from me and assert my dominance as the alpha wolf of my pack. I have to say though, this past week has been one of my most challenging experiences yet. I spent the entire last episode and all of my time since then trying fruitlessly to beat one boss, the Wall of Flesh. I tried everything. Flaming swords, shark guns, scythes, bribery, running away, Minecraft cheat codes, but despite my best efforts, this world was stuck with achievements on, hard difficulty only. If you haven't seen my last video, here's a quick recap of why this fight is just so damn difficult. He big, he strong, he takes advantage of disjointed hitboxes to cover all of his weak points while maximizing potential health and damage through alterations to defense values, which makes him mostly invincible. Also, he talls. That was when I got an idea. If I couldn't beat this challenge series in time for my next episode, I'd finish another one at the same time. That being said, welcome back to Terraria, but every enemy size is randomized Part 5, and Terraria but without invincibility frames Part 2. This was a very bad idea. In all seriousness, even though removing invincibility frames can be a little more susceptible to the status condition known as death, it was the only way to get the DPS needed from the Demon Scythe to whittle down the Wall of Flesh. The trouble was just getting a good spawn. For some reason, the side which the wall faced seemed to be random. And, of course, I still had to deal with instantly dying if it was just too large. Honestly, half the fight was just not dying to Hellbats while I tried to spawn the boss in. The other half was the 15-second death cooldown. When I tell you it did not go as expected, I wasn't lying. Turns out the Demon Scythe projectiles have a limit to the amount of enemies they can hit before disappearing. My only good piercing weapon, the sword, is just a sword. And using that leaves me as a marble in this dude's game of Hungry Hippos. At the very least, my game was still running fine. Damn it! It got so bad that eventually I just tried to summon the human version of Wall of Flesh. I don't know what mod this is from or why I had it installed, but at the very least, killing it counted as something, right? This works. I was running out of options. And more importantly, I was running out of hope. And so I turned to the ancient arts of early 2000s YouTube and decided to build a structure which would grant me infinite power. First, I made a nether brick base, followed by a golden block and topped it off with a skull. Then I lit up the contraption with 4 redstone torches and filled the base of this devilish device with lava. With this machine, I planned to summon none other than the ancient evil known as Herobrine. All I need now for this device to work is a simple strike of lightning. I really don't want to wait for that to happen though, so I tried my best to make an imitation. For there to be a storm, it needs to be raining, so well, water is technically coming out of the sky. Then for the bolt itself, I tried to use this summon thing, but apparently I need something called an ethereal crystal to make it work, so I did the next best thing. You know, personally I always called them fireflies, but hey, Terraria says they're lightning bugs, that's basically the same as lightning, right? Oh, look at that! I think it's working! We did it, guys! You could tell because I put the willow.png effect over the screen. Look! I think I see him over there! Herobrine, is that you? Thank you, Herobrine. Very cool. Now that I got my hands on the solar flare, I think it's about time I showed the Wall of Flesh just what kind of a monster he's messing with. That one doesn't count. Alright, is it working? I can't see the health bar, and oh wow. This is substantially better of a weapon than I thought. That was actually really anticlimactic. At least I won't be dying constantly anymore. At least I can sit by the campfire. At least a goth gamer girl isn't in my room. I said at least a goth gamer girl. Alright, I think that's about all I can handle for this episode. If you want to see what happens next, make sure to subscribe. It's sure to be surprising because, hell, even I don't know what kind of video I'll be working on by the time this one comes out. That being said, Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you dudes in the next video.